ഓം ഗം ഗണപതയേ നമഃ. ഓം ഗും ഗുരുഭ്യോ നമഃ. ഓം സം സരസ്വത്യേ നമഃ. സദാശിവസമാരംഭാം ശങ്കരാചാര്യമധ്യമാം അസ്മദാചാര്യപര്യന്താം വന്ദേ ഗുരുപരമ്പരാം. ശ്രുതിസ്മൃതിപുരാണാനാമാലയം കരുണാലയം നമാമി ഭഗവത്പാദശങ്കരം ലോകശങ്കരം. ശങ്കരം ശങ്കരാചാര്യം കേശവം ബാദരായണം സൂത്രഭാഷ്യകൃതൗ വന്ദേ ഭഗവന്തൗ പുനഃ പുനഃ. സമസ്തജനകല്യാണേ നിരതം കരുണാമയം നമാമി ചിന്മയം ദേവം സദ്ഗുരും ബ്രഹ്മവിദ്വരം. Please repeat. ജ്ഞാനാനന്ദമയം ദേവം നിർമ്മലസ്ഫടികാകൃതിം ആധാരം സർവവിദ്യാനാം ഹയഗ്രീവമുപാസ്മഹേ. കാശപുഷ്പപ്രതീകാശം അഗ്നിമാരുതസംഭവം മിത്രാവരുണയോഃ പുത്രഃ കുംഭയോനി നമോസ്തുതേ. ശ്രീവിദ്യാം ജഗതാം ധാത്രീം സർഗസ്ഥിതിലയേശ്വരീം നമാമി ലളിതാം നിത്യാം മഹാത്രിപുരസുന്ദരീം അഖണ്ഡസച്ചിദാനന്ദാ ജ്ഞാനസത്താസ്വരൂപിണീ ശ്രീചക്രനായികാ സാക്ഷാത് പ്രതിഭാതു സദാശിവ. With the grace of Sri Jagadamba, we completed the Pradhama Charita, Pradhama Adhyaya of this Lalita Sahasranama Purva Bhaga. Then we started the Upasana of Lalita Sahasranama. So, yesterday we saw the Nyasa, invoking the powers at different parts of our body. We have done that. We'll chant that together and then we'll proceed to the next portion. Okay, actually once more, please repeat so that. Asya Sri Lalita Sahasranama Stotramala Mantrasya Vashinyadi Vagdevata Rishayah Anushtup Chandah Sri Lalita Parameshwari Devata Srimad Vagbhavakuteti Bijam Madhyakuteti Shaktihi Shaktikuteti Kilakam Sri Lalita Tripurasundari Prasada Siddhidwara Chintita Bhalavaptaye Jape Viniyogah Karanyasa. Aim Angushtabhyam Namaha Klim Tarjanibhyam Namaha Sau Madhyamabhyam Namaha. Aim Anamikabhyam Namaha. Klim Kanishtikabhyam Namaha. Sau Karatala Karaprishtabhyam Namaha. Aim Hridayaya Namaha. Klim Shirase Swaha. Sauh Shikhaye Vashate. Aim Kavachaya Hum. Klim Netratrayaya Vaushate. Sauh Astraya Bhat. Bhur Bhuvassuvarom iti dikbandha. Dhyanam. We take one of the mudra, which we said yesterday. One is just, the simplest is just take a Anjali mudra, interlock your fingers or keep on your lap, or the Ardha Yoni mudra on your lap, or if you can do the Kurma mudra, then Kurma mudra. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayanam manikya maulispurat tara nayaka shekharam smita mughim apina vakshoruham Panibhyam alipurna ratna chashakam raktolpalam biphratim Saumyam ratna ghadastha rakta charanam Dhyayet paramambikam Harunam karunatarangirakshim dhridapasham kushapushpa bana chapam Animadibhiravritam mayughai Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. Please repeat. Dhyayet padmasanastam Vikasita vadanam Padmapatrayatakshim Hemabham Pitavastram Karakalita lasat hema padmam Varangim Sarvalankara yuktam Satatam abhayadam Bhaktanamram Bhavanim Sri Vidyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sambat Pradatrim Sakunguma Vilepanam Alika Chumbikasturikam Samandahasite kshanam Sasharachapa pashankusham Ashesha janamohinim Arunamalya bhushambaram Japa kusuma bhasuram Japa vidho Smaredambikam. So, we saw the meaning of the first two Dhyana shloka. Let us see the meaning of the third shloka. Here also, it is dhyayet. That is the kriya. Dhyayet, please meditate. Dhyayet, please meditate. Whom? Sri Vidyam. Sri Vidyam dhyayet. Bhavan or Bhavati, Sri Vidyam dhyayet. Please meditate on Sri Vidya. All other words are Visheshana, adjectives to Sri Vidya. Sri Vidyam dhyayet. Katham dhyayet? How to meditate upon Sri Vidya is the entire mantra, entire shloka. Dhyayet. How to meditate? Where is she seated? Padmasanastham. Meditate Sri Vidya, who is seated on a Padma. Padma, lotus. Padma asanastham. One who is seated on a Padma. Now, I'm sure that sometimes we wonder why Padma always? Why not lily? Why not marigold? Why Padma? Because one thing is, Padma is a very beautiful flower. And not only that, Padma is just a very beautiful flower. There are a lot of spiritual significance with Padma. The Tantra Shastra recognize not only the sattva, rajas, tamas of human beings, but the trees and animals and the birds and creepers and the creatures and the flowers, all of them, they classify according to the sattvic, rajasic and tamasic flowers. So, the Padma is considered as the most sattvic flower. Because if you see the Padma is not too bright, but Padma is not too dull. Padma is not, some flowers are there, if it flower, you will get headache. So much strong scent is there. Some without any scent. The Padma, see now unfortunately we get the Padma, we pluck and then open up. The real Padma has a very mild fragrance. There is fragrance, but not like a headache creating fragrance. So it's not too that or too this. This is sattvic. The fragrance, the color, and another important thing is, of course, it is you can really see the dala. Of course, petals are there in other flowers, but most of the flower will have just one row of petals. In Padma, you can see layers and layers and layers of petals, which represents our entire existence. Our Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. So, all these different layers of our, like we have different layers of personality, we see different layers of petals in Padma. And in the center, there's a Karnika. You can actually see that there's a seat already made in the center of the Padma. That's a very beautiful. You look at a fully blossomed lotus, which is naturally blossomed lotus, you can see a very beautiful speedham in the center. That is one thing. Another thing is, if you see the lotus, where does it grow? That is growing in water, but its stem is deep down in the mud. See, it is grown from the mud, but it has no quality of that, muddy nature is not there. So, all of us, especially we live in this body, which is made up of saptadhatus, dirt. Don't take one time bath, you can see how dirty it is. But in this dirty body, the Sachidananda Paramatma resides. Our existence is a very beautiful existence deep in this. And if you see the petals or the leaves of the lotus, although it is in water, the water cannot touch it. If you pour water into it, it will just slip away. Like that, that should be the sadhaka. We cannot run away into some corners. We have to live in the world, but the world should not live in us. So, there are so many. That's why Padmasanastham. Jagadamba, such a beautiful flower. So, what is this Padma? This is not some Padma outside. Our Hridaya Kamala. This Padma is not something, this Hridaya Kamala. Our Hridaya itself is this Padma. And what is this Hridaya you are talking about? That is our Hridi Ayam. What is the meaning of Hridi Ayam? Hridi Ayam. This is the meeting place. This is the drawing room of consciousness. The consciousness is there everywhere. But if you want to, meet the master, then we go to his office or drawing room. Like that, this is the place we meet the Supreme. That's why Hridayam, Hridi Ayam, where he resides. So, Hridaya Kamala Madhye. Jagadamba is seated not in some Padmasana, Hridaya Kamala Madhye, Padmasanastham. Now, how is her face? Vikasita Vadanam, not angry or not dull, not bored, not sleepy. Vikasita Vadana. How the lotus is completely blossomed, like that is Jagadamba's face. Now, Vadane Vadanamboje, Drishtam Indivaradvaya. So, it is so beautiful. The face is full like a fully blossomed lotus. Vikasita Vadanam, bright and blossomed and shining and beautiful. Padmapatra Yadakshim. And there are eyes, long eyes. Long, beautiful eyes. Padma Patra Ayata Akshi. Akshi, eyes. Ayata, long and big. Like what? Padma Patra. Like the petal of the lotus, Jagadamba's eyes are long and beautiful eyes. Padma Patra Yadakshim. So, before we saw that, Trinetram. There are three netras for Jagadamba. Three eyes. What are they? Surya, Chandra and Agni. Surya represents the Pingala, Nadi, which is there in us, the power of action or the intellect, the power of action is Pingala, and the power of thoughts, Manashakti, is the Ida, and Surya is Sushumna. So, these three eyes of Jagadamba is actually Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, or Surya, Chandra and Agni, or the three eyes of Jagadamba is past, present and future. Or the three the eyes of Jagadamba is compassion. So one eye rules. One eye is compassionate. One eye is Jnanadayakam. So Prabha, the rulership, the The Shakti of Jagadamba is Jagadamba's right eye. The compassion is the right eye. And Adhyatma Shakti is the third eye. Anyhow, so Padmavatraya Dakshim, beautiful eyes. Hemabham. So in this dhyana, Jagadamba is of golden color. Hema, gold. Hema, abha. Abha, shining, shobha. Hemabham, one who is of the golden color. Before we meditated Jagadamba as a red form. Here, golden color, shining. Hemabham, Pita Vastram. She is wearing Pita Vastra, a very beautiful yellow cloth. Pita Vastram, Karakalita Lasat Hema Padmam. And she is holding golden lotus in her hands. Pita Vastram, Kara, hands, Kalita, holding, Lasat, shining, Hema Padmam, shining golden lotus are there in Jagadamba's hands. Varangim, one whose body is perfect. Very beautiful and perfect form. Sarva Alankara Yuktam. Jagadamba, Sarva Alankara Yukta. All the Alankaras. They say Sola Sringar. In our tradition, a married woman is supposed to wear Sola Sringar. That was our system. There should be Chudamani. There should be, there should be Kunguma should be there. There should be Chandana on the forehead. And there should be Kajal on the eyes. And then there should be nose ring. There should be Tatanga. There should be Mangala Sutra and other Abhushana. There should be bangles. There should be ring. There should be waistband. And of course there should be proper clothes and then anklets and then what you call that, toe rings. So all this should be there for a married woman. Why? Because if a person, not only man or not only woman, a man or a woman or whoever, if that person wears appropriate clothes, that itself creates a kind of shield for that person. When a woman is wearing all the Sola Shringar, when a person looks at that woman, somehow there is that person, that whoever is the drashta, he feels that he is looking at Jagadamba. Matra bhava will be created in the heart of the drashta. So when you look at a woman with all the Sola Shringar, it is not to attract, actually it is to repulse. Repulse in the sense, no negative thoughts should rise in the heart of the drashta. That's the purpose. And Jagadamba is Sarva Alankara Yuktam. Each and every part of Jagadamba's body, there is all appropriate abhushana for a Sumangali. Sarva Alankara Yuktam Satatam Abhayadam. One who is always ready to remove all kinds of our fear. Abhaya. Abhihi. She always says, please never get frightened. I am there. Why fear when Bhagavan is there? Why fear when Jagadamba is there? Always feel. In this entire universe may reject us. But Jagadamba will not reject, because she cannot reject us, because we are her children. Kuputro jayeta. Kuchitapi kumata na bhavati. A bad child could be there, but a bad mother cannot be there. So she is abhayadam. She is ready to accept us as we are. That doesn't mean that we should not improve. Of course we should improve. But she never judges us. She knows who we are and she takes us as we are. So don't pretend in front of her, at least. Okay. So, and she's ready to save us. She's ready to, only thing is we should go near her. This Devatas, Jagadamba told Devatas that whenever you have any problem, come to me. Okay. But sometimes, we are so egocentric, we can't. Even if somebody tells us, come, I will help you, we can't. So they lost their war with Shumbha and Nishumbha, and for 51 Chaturayugas they were wandering around. They have only 71 Chaturayugas as their period, 51 Chaturayugas wasted. Then they remembered, oh, Jagadamba told us, no, whenever you are in apadi, when you are in difficulty, come to me. Then they went and prayed to Mother. Mother came and destroyed, killed the Shumbha Nishumbha. But what I am trying to say, she is always ready to give us abhaya. Only thing is, we have to knock. That much we should do. So whenever there is a fear in our heart, whenever there is a problem in our life, approach Jagadamba. Apati kim karaniyam smared charanayugalam ambigaya. Tat kim kurude indradinapi kinkari kurude. Apati, whenever there is a fear, there is a problem, there is, approach her. Pray to her. And then she will take care. That's why satatam, not only when it is good or bad, any time, abhayadam. She is the only one who will give us refuge at any point of time. Abhayadam, bhaktanamram. The one who is always worshipped by the devotees. Bhaktehi namra. The one who is always worshipped by Jagadam, by the devotees. Who is she? Bhavani. Bhavani. What is the meaning of Bhavani? Mrs. Bhava. The Bhavasya Shakti, Bhavasya Patni. The wife of Bhava. So in this mantra, of course, Sri Lalita Tripurasundari only, but as Bhavani. That's why here Hema, Bharatna, all that golden color and then holding the Padma, etc. Because here Jagadamba Lalita Tripurasundari only, but as Bhavasya Patni. That's why here the mantra, the entire meditation is of a, not like reddish and all that. Here she is of the golden hue as the wife of Sri Bhava. Bhavanim, Bhavasya Patnim. The concept of Bhava. So, one meaning is Bhavasya Patni. Bhava means Shiva. Now, another meaning is Bhava means samsara. When you say Bhava means samsara, then Bhavani means what? The empress of this universe. Samratni. Bhavani. Sri Vidyam. Who is this Bhavani? This is not one more goddess. This is not just Parvati Devi. This is Sri Vidya herself. No? Sakshal Lalita Tripurasundari. Sri Vidyam Shantamurti. Very peaceful. The form of Jagadamba is very peaceful. Shantamurtim. Sakala Sura Nutam. All the Devadas, yesterday we saw that Akhilanda Kodi Brahmanda Nayaki, all the Rudras and Rudranis and then Narayana and Mahalakshmis and then Brahma and Brahmanis, all of them, they are all worshipping her. Sakala Sura Nutam, one who is worshipped by all the Devatas. Sarva Sambat Pradatri. One who is ready to give all kinds of sampat. Dhana, dhanyam, dhanam, dhanyam, pashum, bahuputra labham, sadasamvatsaram, dirghamayuhu, everything. They say there are, in this universe, there are 8 types of, daridraha. There are poor people in this world. There are 8 types. First one is nirdhana, of course. There's no money. There's no wealth. There is no money to even eat and drink and to stay so much. Some people are like that. So, one type of daridriya is nirdhanatva. There is no money. There's only one type. Nirdhanatva is not only that, generally when we say nirdhana means, daridra means a person without money. That's only one type of daridra. You may have a lot of money, still you could be a poor man. How? The second type of daridra is nirmitrada. You have no friends. You have a lot of money, but there is no friends. What a dry life it is. So, the second type of daridrya is nirmitrada. There are no friends. The third one is durvidaha or murkha. You have money, you have friends, but you are so arrogant. No, we do not have that kind of a good heart. So we become so arrogant. The arrogancy is the third type of poverty. The fourth is known as deenaha, nichaha. No dignity. You may have everything. Okay, your house is filled with thousands of saris. You do not know where to keep it. But then we go to another place and you see the sari of your sister-in-law and say, nice sari, can I take it? You have so much, why? But that is known as nichata. There's no nobility in life. Then comes the fifth one is known as durgataha. Durgataha means there's no health. Everything is there, but can't even stand up in our own feet. What is the use of everything? Lack of health. Arogya is not there. Next is kripanaha. Kripana is there's no ability to share. सब कुछ है आपके पास. More than what you need is there, but we can't give to anyone. No. So you have decided, now I am going to my house and open my sari cupboard and then going to take out all what I don't want and going to give. But, okay, I don't want to go into that. So, we can't. We take one for giving, then we look at it and then say, in 1963, when my husband went to that place, he brought this. Oh, no, I can't give this. This is given by my son. I can't give this. Kripanaha. There's no charity. There's not that. We can't share. Charity is not there. Next is astamitaha. Fallen. We were in a very high position and all that. Because of our own deeds, we have fallen from that. That is known as the seventh type of daridrya. And the worst daridrya is ignorance, ajnaha. So this is the ashtadaridrya, and Jagadamba is sarva sambat pradayini. She is not only going to give us wealth, but she will give us friends, she will give us good contact, good character, she will give us dignity, She will give us health. She will give us that ability to share. She will give us protection from falling. She will give us Dhyanam. What else you want? That's why Sarva Sampat Pradayini. Pradatrim Sri Vidyam Dhyayi. Please meditate upon her so that she will reside in our heart, filling our life complete. Now comes the last Dhyanam. Sakunguma Vilepanam Alika Chumbi Kasturikam Samandahasitekshanam Sasharachapapashankusham Asheshajanamohinim Arunamalya Bhushambaram Japa Kusuma Bhasuram Japa Vidho Smaredambikam. Smared, remember. Whom? Ambikam. Ambikam smared. Kada? When should we remember her? Japa Vidho. When you sit for your japa, when you sit for your meditation, when you sit for your puja, when you sit for your spiritual practices, smared, remember. Jabavidau Ambikam Smared. Meditate upon Jagadamba at the time of your spiritual practices like Japa, Dhyana, Puja, Adi. How to meditate upon Mother? Sakunguma Vilepanam. Jagadambiga's body is smeared with kunguma. So for each and every devata, they prefer different types of mixtures on their body. Bhagavan Mahavishnu always prefer chandana. No, not only chandana, actually kalabha. Okay, so like that, Sri Parameshwara prefers Basmalepanam and Jagadamba prefers Kunkuma Now in Tantra there is a detailed direction how to prepare this kunguma. This kunguma is not that some powder which we get from so that how to, you have to take that Kashmir kunguma, saffron, and then soak it into the rose water. And then you have to take the two types of chandana, two types of sandalwood, white sandalwood and red sandalwood. Okay, and you have to make it the paste. And then to make that paste itself, you have to use that rose water, which is where we have soaked the saffron. With that you have to, and then then you have to add the saffron, and then mix it. And then that is known as this, that's not less kunguma. Oh, you said in Sakunguma Vilepanam, go to house and put kunguma all over Jagadamba. This is kunguma. This is her, this is the lepa which she. Sakunguma Vilepanam, in entire body, Jagadamba applies this kunguma Vilepanam. Then, Alika Chumbi Kasturikam. Another one is Alaka Chumbi Kasturikam. Two Padabhedas are there. Alika Chumbi Kasturika. See, now Jagadamba's forehead, okay? There is a mark. There is a tilaka. Tilaka of Kasturi, the musk. No, the musk, the tilaka which Jagadamba is wearing on her forehead is a gopi kuri, like tilaka made up of musk. And not just a dot, it goes nowadays, sometimes women wear, you have to look with a microscope whether they are wearing any dot or not. So it's not like that, it's a long, beautiful one which touches the forelocks of Jagadamba's hair. long one. So, Alika Chumbi Kasturika. That Kasturika is Chumbitam. It is touching the Alika means the forelocks of Jagadamba's hair. Okay, so long. That's one meaning. Another meaning is Alika Chumbi Kasturika. The Kasturi is a very fragrant substance. So, Jagadamba is wearing the Kasturika Tilaka and the Ali means the bees, bumblebees, they are attracted towards it. And Chumbi, it touches. Or the Ali is not the outside Ali, but Jagadamba's forelocks looks like Ali. That hair which is falling on Jagadamba's forehead, so curly and so black and so attractive, it looks like Ali touching the Jagadamba's tilaka. Alika Chumbi Kasturi. Samandahasite kshanam, samandahasita ikshanam. The eyes of Jagadamba, samandahasita. Not ha ha ha, mandahasita. Hasitam, smile. Mandahasita. Very, elegant smile. Samandahasita ikshanam. That the smile is not on her lips. Of course, there is smile on her lips. More than her lips, the smile is on her eyes. Samanda hasita ikshanam. Smiling eyes. Samanda hasita ikshanam. They say the eyes are the mirror of the mind. If the mind is disturbed, we may not say anything, but look at people's eyes, we can understand. Mind reflects, the eye reflects the mind. Jagadamba is Ananda Swarupini. This Mandahasa is not coming to, and this Mandahasa is not there to please others. She is smiling like a baby. You look at a baby, he is just lying there and smiling. And you go there and say, smile, smile. It will look at you like this. But you leave it alone, he will just smile, sit there, lie down there and smile. That is because of the Ananda within. It's not to show off somebody or because you get something so you are smiling. No. Because of Swarupa. Because the heart is filled with Ananda, that Ananda is reflecting in the eyes. Samandahasite kshanam sashara chapa pasha ankusham. Jagadamba is holding pasha and ankusha. Pasha is to tie, ankusha is to control. Okay, so Jagadamba tie when we surrender at her lotus feet, our mind want to go here and there. Our mind is like a mattavarana. Our mind is like an elephant, intoxicated elephant. It want to go here and there. She controls it. And with her pasha she catches, and with ankusha it trains our mind. So that is why pasha ankushas are there in Jagadamba's hand. Then there is Sashara, Panjabanas are there in Jagadamba's hand. There are 5 arrows. These arrows are not made up of, any ayudha. These are made up of flowers. Panjabanas of Jagadamba are made up of flowers. Sammohano. So there are Haravindam Ashokam cha, Chudam cha Navamallika, Nilotpalam cha Panjaite, Panjabanasya Sayakaha. There are 5 arrows made up of 5 flowers. Aravindam, Aravinda, lotus. Ashoka, I do not know English names of it. Ashoka. And Chutam is the mango flower. the flower of the mango. Navamallika, jasmine. Nilotpalam, blue lotus. Aravindam, Ashokam, Chutam, Navamallika, Nilotpalam. These are the 5 flowers in her hand. That is the Panchabana of Jagadamba. What is this? They are 5 forces through which she intoxicates this universe. That is Panchabana. No, Dravanaya, Aravindaya Namaha. How? This is a very interesting dialogue in Devi Mahatmya. The king, Suratha and Samadhi, approaches Sumedhas and says, see, we are all very learned people, We are not just fools who are roaming around. But although we know everything, we have studied Shastra, everything, but at the time of crisis, we are just like anybody else. We are also deluded. We are also, attracted. We are not able to give up things. Our mind is filled with so much of sorrow and, agitations. Why? Very nice conversation goes there. So, that comes in the next. Ashesha Janamohini. She deludes everyone in this universe. Sakshal Sri Jagadamba. Who is Jagadamba? Ashesha Janamohini. One who intoxicates, deludes every being. So, the Sumedha says there, Jnaninam api chetamsi Devi Bhagavati Hisa Balad Akrishya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati. You may have doctorate or double doctorate or whatever you may have, but not only in the Laukika Vidya, but you may be, everything. You know Upanishads and Gita, everything. Jnaninam api chetamsi. Even the minds of great wise men, whether it is Vishwamitra or Vasishtha or Durvasa, Balada Akrishya, she has the power to akarshana, to attract, and Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati, and deludes. Tathapi mamata varte mohagarte nipathitaha Mahamaya Prabhavena Samsara Stitikarina. Why? Why Jagadamba is attracting our mind and putting into this world? Because Samsara Stitikarina. She started a business and she wanted to run the business. This universe is her business. And all of you get, you attended a camp and then you go beyond all this. Samsara Stitikarina. She wanted to run the business and so she will do this. Oho. Taya visrijyate vishwam jagade daccharacharam saisha prasanna varadam nrinam bhavati muktaye. Oho. Then there is no way for us. Yes, she is the creator and sustainer of this universe. But if we really approach her, and if you really want, then Nranam Bhavati Muktaye. She will allow you to be released. Only with her permission and blessings. Sa Vidya Parama Muktehe Hetu Bhuta Sanatini Samsara Bandha Hetuscha Saiva Sarveshwareshwari. She herself ties, she herself releases. Okay, so there's a Sri Ramakrishna song, says very beautiful in Bangla. So what it says that the Kalima is seated on a marketplace with thousands and lakhs of kites in her hand. Okay, and she is flying all those kites, and one kite goes up, and the kite thinks that, I am above all these poor beings, etc. Ting! one throw, comes down. And one kite is like that, thinking, I can't go and do anything, and then she takes it up. All of us are kites in her hands, and once in a while, one kite somehow breaks that thread and then flies up and up and up. And when Kali saws that, she claps her hand. She becomes so happy. So, that is some Ashesha Jana Mohini, Ashesha Jana. Whether it is Devatas, Rishi, anyone. How does she do the Sammohana? For Sammohana, she has these Panchabanas in her hand. One is the Aravinda. What is Aravinda? Dravanaya. How does this happen? Sometimes, how people fall into love and all that. Something happens to their mind. Dravana. Their mind starts to melt. The mind starts to melt. She melts the mind of people. Dram Dravanaya Aravindaya Namaha. Dream Kshobhanaya Ashokaya Namaha. Once the mind is melted means what? Viveka Shakti goes away. Sometimes a man and a woman or a girl and a boy, they just, something happens. What is happening? Others look at them and say, what is there in these people? Something happens and their mind is melted. The Viveka Shakti has gone, then agitated. The mind is always in a Kshobhana avastha. So Aravinda is to do that. Then, Klim Vashikaranaya Chutabanaya Namaha. Once the mind is agitated, then Vashikarana, bewitchment. That happens to the Chutabana. Then Om Akarshanaya, bloom, Akarshanaya, Navamallika Banaya Namaha. And once the Vashikarana happens, then it is the mind get attracted. I mean, attracted means there's no way the mind can go back. It's tied up. And Sammohanaya, deluded. Sammohanaya, Nilotpalabanaya Namaha. With this 5 bana, with very soft, okay? There is no hurt, no blood, nothing will come. All Pushpa banas only. But with the Pushpa bana, she deludes each and every being into people, into things, into positions. Not only towards people. Positions and wealth and whatnot. That's how she conducts her business. So that's why, in one hand is Sasachara. All these 5 banas are there in one. Another hand there is the Kodanda, the bow made up of sugarcane. That's all very soft things. Nothing hurts, but it hurt like, oh God. Sasarachapa Pashankusham Ashesha Janamohinim. The one who deludes everyone in this universe, starting from Brahmaji to a unicellular organism, everything is deluded. Arunamalya Bhushambaram. And she's wearing Arunamalya Bhusha Ambara. She's wearing red clothes and red ornaments and a red, mala. The Raktotpala mala. Like a red lotus mala. So she's wearing everything matching. You see, all the matching clothes and then the malas and decorations, ornaments, and the mala clothes and ornaments. Japakusuma Bhasuram, and she herself shines forth like a reddish color, like Japakusuma. Japakusuma hibiscus. Japakusuma Bhasuram, who is so beautiful and bright, like Japakusuma. Such Ambikam, Jagadambam, Smared. Remember. Now comes a puja. Okay, next page. So there are different systems in this. So when we are doing the puja, I told you, even if you cannot do a very elaborate puja, etc., do a simple puja of Panchopachara puja. Okay, then I told you, whatever is your japa mantra, with that only you do. Om Namah Shivaya, Jalam Samarpayami, like that. Now here, how to worship Jagadamba with Bija mantra. I mean, not Jagadamba's Bija mantra, the Pancha Upachara Bija mantras are given. Please add one as the beginning. Before Lam, please add Vam. Please write down Vam. Vam Abatmikayai. Vam Abatmikayai Jalam Kalpayami. Up means water. Vam Abatmikayai Jalam Kalpayami. So Panchopachara puja starts with water. So Vam is the bija. Vam is the bija of Jala. Jala Tattva's bija is Vam. So with that bija mantra, we offer water to Jagadamba. Vam, please repeat. Vam Abatmikaye Jalam Kalpayami. You can do in two ways. One, just you take little water. If you are sitting in front of Jagadamba and you are doing your puja, take little water in your hand and then chant this mantra. Vam Abatmigaya. Abatmigaya means one who is the embodiment of water principle. Whatever is there in this universe, everything coming from her. So everything is she herself. So Tera Tujko Arpan. Whatever is yours or whatever you, not only yours, you yourself is that water. So I am offering that water back to you. So their Jalatattva, whether it is in body, in my mind, and in this universe, are offered back to you. That's the meaning. Lam Prithvyatmikaye Gandham Samarpayami. So we offer Gandha, Chandana. Okay? Chandana represents the earth principle, Bhumi. Lam is the bija of Prithvi. Lam is the bija mantra for the earth principle. So, Lam Prithvyatmikaye. She herself is the embodiment of this earth. She herself manifests as the earth. The earth is the embodiment of Jagadamba. So, using this Lam bija, Lam Prithvyatmikaye, one who is the Atma of Prithvi, to her, Gandham Samarpayami, we are offering Gandha, Chandana to Jagadamba. So, either you can do it, really apply Chandana, or you are traveling, you don't have the means to do puja, just chant the mantra. That is equal to doing puja. Now, Pushpa. Ham Akashatmikaye Pushpaihi Pujayami. Pushpani is written, Pushpaihi is a better version. Pushpaihi Pujayami. I worship her with the flowers. Tritiya will be better. So instead of Pushpani, make it to Pushpai. Pushpai Visarga. Pushpai Pujayami. So Jagadamba is the Atma of Akasha and the Pushpa represents the Akasha Tattva. So I am offering this flower as the Akasha Tattva within and without. So with that bhava, we offer a flower to Jagadamba. Yam Vayuatmikaye Dhupamagrapayami. Now you show the incense stick to Jagadamba and chant this mantra. Yam. Yam is the Vayu Bija. With using the Vayu Bija, we are offering Vayu Tattva back to Lord, back to Jagadamba. She is the She is the soul, she is the base of Vayu Tattva. So we are offering this dhupa representing Vayu back to Jagadamba. Ram Agnyatmikaye Deepam Darshayami. Now dhupa, deepa, next is deepam. So we show the deepa to Jagadamba if we are in the puja room or wherever we are, in mind we see show the deepa to Jagadamba. Deepam darshayami. I show the deepa with the Mula Mantra Ram. Agni Atmikaye. She is the Atma. She is the embodied, she is the soul of Agni Tattva. So, using the Ram is the Agni Bija. Using that Agni Bija, we are offering Agni Tattva back to her. Ram Agnyatmikaye Deepam Samarpayami. Now, it is written Vam. Please add Tha in front of that. Tha, C2. No, Tvam. Tvam. Amrudatmikaye. Amrutamaha Naivedyam. Nivedayami. So we add Tha in front of the word, become Tvam. And here it is written Amrutam Mahanaivedyam. It's one word. You don't have to write Amrutam Mahanaivedyam. That you make it one. Amrutam Mahanaivedyam. Nivedayami. So whatever you are offering to her, whether it is little milk, whether it is like sugar candy, whether it is a fruit, anything, whatever you are offering to that, take little water in your hand and show to the Naivedya and offer to her. Chanting Tvam Amrutatmikaye Amrutamaha Naivedyam Nivedayami. You are the Amrita Tattva. You are the embodiment of Amrita nectar. So I am offering the Amrita Naivedya to you. Samsarvatmikaye Sarvopachara Pujam Samarpayami. Nritta, Vadya, Geeta, Chatra, Chamara, Radha, Nauka, everything. All the Upachara Pujas are offered to you because you are the Atma of everything. Sarva Atma. You are the embodiment of everything. So we offer everything to you with the Bija Sam. Sit straight, close your eyes, see the form of Jagadamba. Let us do the Manasa Puja. Really feel that you are offering each one of them. I will chant the mantra, please repeat, and feel that we are offering the Mahapuja to Jagadamba. Vam abatmikaye jalam kalpayami. Take little chandan in your hand. Lam prithvyatmikaye gandham samarpayami. Apply chandan on Jagadamba's forehead and feet. Now take few flowers in your hand. Ham akashatmikaye pushpaihi pujayami. Offer those flowers at the lotus feet of Jagadamba. Now take an agarbatti in your hand. Yam vayuatmikaye dhupamagrapayami. Show dhupa to Jagadamba. Keep it in front of her. Take a deepa, karadeepa in your hand. Ram agnyatmikaye deepam darshayami. show the Deepa to Jagadamba, to her eyes and face, to the entire body, and keep it near Jagadamba. Now see that there is a silver vessel filled with ghee, payasam. We will offer the ghee to Jagadamba. Dhvam amritatmikaye amritamaha naivedyam nivedayami. Take it in your hand. Show it near Jagadamba's face and feel that Jagadamba is actually enjoying the offering. Keep the patra down. When you are alone, you can think that you are doing, Vadya, Gita, Nritta, all the upachara to Jagadamba. Samsarvatmikaye sarvopachara pujam samarpayami. Feel that we are offering all upachara to Jagadamba. Now light a camphor and show to Jagadamba. Om sarva mangala mangalye shive sarvartha sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Show the camphor Jagadamba to Jagadamba. Keep it down. Take it for yourself. Do Pradakshina Namaskara. Prostrate in front of Jagadamba. Take her grace and blessings. So, this is a very short puja. All of us can do wherever we are. We don't need any, outer things. If outer things are there, we can use them. But even if they are not there, wherever you are. So, don't tell me that, oh, no, Swamiji, I can't do puja because so many things are not there. You don't need anything. You only need a mind. Okay? If you have a mind, everything is possible. Man hai to सब कुछ हो सकते हैं, नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं हो पाएगा. So may Jagadamba bless all of us. So we have completed the Mahatmya in a way, and also the Nyasa, Adi, and then Dhyana, and a Laghu Pujanam to Jagadamba. Okay? So only with her grace we could do this. Now we'll continue in the next class. If you have any questions, etc., please write and give to. Have you given? Please write and give to sir. Okay? If there are questions, then we will answer. Don't make questions for. It's not that you have to compulsorily ask questions. But sometimes, we have gone through all those things. Now just goes through, and if there are any questions, we will answer. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.